Hello my Battlefield friends and fans, welcome back to Battlefield Hardline and some more Dragon Valley and Conquest again. I haven't really played Rush yet because I'm still having so much fun playing Conquest, and I still want to, get better at this map and really learn every nook and cranny of it, because the better you know a map, the better you can play, the more successful you are, and the more flanking routes you know and so on. You know the drill. But anyway, I finally reached rank 140. I never thought this is gonna happen because I never thought I'm gonna play Battlefield 4 again after Hardline came out. And I was kind of like done at rank 138, and I thought that's just what it's gonna be. And it didn't really bother me, but it's still fun now that I'm finally ranked out to the max, just because. And I finally got the OMP9 unlocked. I cannot believe this is another thing I didn't think is gonna happen ever, because I was working so hard on getting those repair medals. I think you need like 50 repair medals, which is quite a lot because they're not so easy to achieve, because a lot of times when you repair a vehicle you actually put yourself in a lot of danger. You don't have a weapon in your hands, you have like your back towards the enemy, and you get killed a lot of times, and then when the repair is not fully done, then you don't really get a ribbon for it, and you need just a ton of ribbons. But I was able to just do a ton of repairs since I'm back in Battlefield 4, and I finally got those 50 repair medals completed, and with that I finally got the OMP9 unlocked. I have no clue how the OMP9 is. I saw a lot of people play with it, so I assume it's pretty decent. But I cannot wait to try it out. Just not sure if it's a close range or, if it can be used in Conquest. But anyway, so much for that. I'll post some videos with my opinion about it. Not that something new, but there's really nothing new in Battlefield 4 about the weapons and stuff. Everyone has already played everything, but, I still like making videos because I just have a passion for the Battlefield series. So, another thing I wanted to talk about that I just kind of realized when I was, back in Battlefield 4 are the vehicles. Not that Hardline doesn't have vehicles, and not that the vehicles in Hardline aren't effective, but they're just not as annoying as they are in Battlefield 4. And by that I mean, if you are an infantry player like me, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are running around in the map flanking people, trying to get from one flag to the other on the fastest way, avoiding the vehicles, trying not to get killed, then vehicles can be so hard. And yes, the infantry players have a choice to take out the vehicles, but it's just not as easy, especially if you're like me, you have a repair tool instead of C4. You basically have like an RPG or any of those launchers that you can take out tanks and stuff. But most of the tanks have armor and whatnot. And, in order to take out a tank, you have to basically shoot like 4 rockets at a tank. And in that time, there's a really high chance that you get killed by the tank before you can actually take down the tank. And that's what I'm thinking, I always think, how fun would it be if actually with a certain launcher, with that there are certain more powerful launchers. This guy just took my kill, don't you hate that? Anyway, if there are certain launchers that are more powerful than others, which I don't think they really are. I've tried them all, they're all kind of like the same. It takes like 3 to 4 rockets to take take a vehicle down unless it's already damaged. And most of the time they're not damaged, I found out. And so you try to take out the vehicles and it just takes too long to take them out. I just think it would be so fun if you just had like a rocket, you could just shoot it at the tank and the tank would be down. It'd be kind of more fun. I feel like, especially here in Dragon Valley, and let me know if I'm wrong, there are way more vehicles than some of the other maps. It feels like there's so many vehicles. And then, for example, you take like one of the attack choppers down from the enemy team, you turn around and then there's another attack chopper. So you feel like it's just like a never-ending flood of vehicles, and you never can take them down. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and it's so hard to take them down. And I just feel like, I don't know, I mean, people who are vehicle horse, they're probably like, no, it's perfect, I want it like that. But I always feel like people who are in vehicles they don't really like have a lot of skill, because it really doesn't take a lot of skill to sit in a tank, have two different types of weapons, you know, the cannon and then the machine gun, or whatever your setting is, and you just keep hammering the enemy team, and you're pretty protected behind your armor as long as you know, watch your back so nobody attacks you with C4. And you just, or you can even be from a distance. I've seen people on the other side of the valley just sit there with their LAV and just really just shooting over the river and just take down so many enemies, and you couldn't do anything about it. You tried to take cover, and even, that's the other thing, you're behind like solid rock and you're like on the ground and you just get killed. There's a lot of times absolutely nothing you can do. There's no cover. Forget sitting behind a house, because the houses are all destructible. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love that you can, you know, that everything is so destructible. I personally don't like that. I don't know. I mean, I know it's realistic and all, but it's like it takes away all the cover. And if you're an infantry player, you know what that means. It's just there's no more cover, and when there's no more cover, you just end up dying a lot. Or you are forced, you just kind of getting into a vehicle yourself, which I've been doing a lot lately. I've just been like, you know, forget that. I have absolutely no cover. Get me into a vehicle. Help. I need some protection here, because I cannot run through this wide open area without any cover, or flimsy cover like trees and stuff that really don't protect you from the heavy armor. So let me know what you think. What are your experiences with vehicles? Are you someone who just is sitting in a vehicle all match long and just racking up the kills? Or are you like me, or like an infantry player, just love running around and flanking people and just kind of like use more skill? Yeah, I'm really interested to know. You know, let me know in the comments. Another thing I have a big gripe about is when your team is basically having choppers and everything, but they don't use the choppers to get to the flags, to take the flags that you don't own, actually take over flags that the enemy owns. No, instead, the guy that's flying the chopper is flying to the very first flag that you already own or have owned for a long time, and it's just hovering over there shooting the enemy. And that's okay, but you know, when your whole team is kind of cornered by the enemy team into like one side of the map, and there's no other way to get to the other flags but the chopper, then don't hover with your chopper over flags that you already own, because you're gonna get shot down anyway, and that's not gonna help your team. Take a couple of people with you, or have them spawn in your chopper and fly to the other end, flanking the enemy, and take the flags while they least expect it. Because then they have to separate, instead of like huddle over all this like 1-2 flags in the one corner of the map. They now have to separate or split in half or into parts in order to defend their flag that's way on the other side of the map. So this is giving you a chance to win. But no, sometimes people just don't understand it, and sometimes people just don't care about winning. They just want to get a high death kill ratio, and that's really not helping. Why don't you just go play team deathmatch or something? You know what I mean? Or Gunmaster, if that's your thing. Don't play like those team-oriented or team tactic games. And that's what PTFO stands for, if you haven't noticed yet, because a lot of people have that in their gamer tag. That means play the fucking objective. Sorry about my language, but that's really what it means. Yeah, but anyway, sometimes that can be super frustrating when you try to win a match and your team is just not understanding how it works. There's a lot of new people. It's amazing how many people just started to play Battlefield 4 because, you know, it had a lot of sales and stuff like that. So you get a lot of newbies, and that's totally okay. Everyone has been a newbie once. I have been a newbie once. Everyone learns, and that's totally fine. But when you see people ranked up really, really high and not playing the objective, then that gets really frustrating. But look at that. We have all the flags and still we lost. So I hope you liked this, and if you did, please give me a like. Don't hesitate to comment, give me feedback, whatever you think you want to do. And I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.